potential actors to play Superman, and it's my top 5.
There's another one who looks just like him.
Chill out. He's on my list. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He looks just like
He's
him.
on my list. Drum roll for who's at number 1. Yellow.
No.
Why not?
He's ginger.
You're not serious right now.
Superman isn't ginger.
You're not serious right now.
Superman is not ginger.
If Henry Cavill's not in it, just recast everybody. I created potential actors to play Superman. These are my 5 potential actors. And it's based off of what we know about what James Gunn wants out of a Superman. So what we know is that we know James Gunn wants a younger Superman.
Okay.
He wants a Superman that we could grow into. So we're probably gonna have this Superman for about, let's say 10 to 15 years. Yeah, so 10 to 15 years. And I'll add this to it. I'm 100% positive he's gonna have to be white. Like he is. Let's just be honest.
Who would have known?
Yeah, he's gonna have to be white. I generated a list of 20 potential actors within the age ranges 27 to 37, at least 5'11", like at least like 5'10", 5'11", because Superman does have height to him. But then again, you can use platform boots. So some of the people on my list, they would probably need boots. And it's my top 5, and it's in order. And if you guys stick around to the end of the video, I will also include Lex Luthor. I got 2 potential people that could play Lex Luthor. Okay. All right?
You know why I'm not excited for your list? Because you're the same man that said Tyrese.
Here we go.
You said
Tyrese should play Green Lantern.
Yes.
Tyrese should be Green Lantern. I would honestly go on and say now, though, John David Washington.
And my whole thing is that you've argued it for like 6 years,
and it's on the channel still,
bro.
$30 that he's going to be in the movie. $30. That's $30 right here. $30 that he will be. All right, so here's my list, all right? Are you ready? All right, so number 5 on the list, Ansel Elgort.
Never heard of him.
Baby Driver.
Oh.
Fault in Our Stars and Divergent.
Okay.
The main character of that.
I know you go.
And he's 6'3", and he's 28 years old. Now, the reason why I put him on that, now mind you, everybody that's on this list needs to be able to bulk up. Because you're playing Superman. I would prefer they do it natural. There's like a whole thing that a lot of people don't realize, that a lot of these Hollywood celebrities, they get on gear in order for them to bulk up. I would prefer that they do it as natural as possible.
Why?
Because Henry Cavill did it.
You think he wasn't on steroids in BVS?
I strongly believe he wasn't.
In BVS, he was. Man of Steel, nah. But BVS, yeah.
You think so?
You ain't see that? yo, you ain't see him, bro?
No, I don't think so.
Bro was walking around like this.
I don't think he was on steroids.
Bro was on gear. But in BVS, he definitely was. Man of Steel, nah. But BVS, definitely.
Alright, well, I would prefer for the character to not have to do it. But here's another thing about Ansel Elgort, and I wish this wasn't a thing, but the reason why I wouldn't, he's on the list because I could see him doing it, but the problem is that he has an SA. And I just feel like as a Superman, like if you're gonna be in talks to play a Superman, you should not have something like that on you. Especially since like it's alleged, at the same time, it would suck if it's true. And he was still able to book roles and stuff like that. If you're Superman for the next 10 years, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that on my list. So he's number 5 based off of looks and if he bulked up. Number 4 on my list, though, is Taron Egerton? Taron Egerton from Kingsman. No. Why not?
He's ginger.
You're not serious right now. Superman
isn't ginger.
You're not serious right now.
Superman is not ginger. I don't care. That's like, so the black Superman then. You see?
You're not serious right now.
Yes. Orange hair, freckled up Superman. That's what everybody, feel me? That's Superman,
dye
right?
His hair. Henry Cavill's British. Superman's American.
So? No, Superman's Kryptonian.
He's American. Yes, he's Kryptonian.
He's an immigrant. He is an immigrant. Superman is an immigrant. Let's talk about it.
No. I agree with you.
What did the signs in BVS say?
No. I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. He could be black. He could be white. He could be Hispanic because he's not really from this planet. I get it. But come on, bro.
No.
All right, I'll tell you why I wouldn't want.
I would at least want him to look like a Superman. Like, come on now.
At first, the reason why I said no is because I'm mistaking them from Bro from Hunger Games. I don't remember Bro's name, but I had to Google it. I'm not.
Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah. Oh, damn, yeah, that's his name.
I like Josh Hutcherson.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't see him as a Superman.
I don't know a lot of his movies. I could name like 2.
I'm not gonna say 5'9" is short. He's 33 years old and he's 5'9". I'm not saying 5'9" is short. Tom Hardy is shorter, I think. And again, you could just put platforms on. I think it's cool though. He's a little bit more up on the list because if he were to put on muscle, you'd be able to see it a lot quicker. So that's 1. And he's 33 years old. So that's number 4 on my list. Number 3 on my list, Dylan O'Brien 31 years old, 5'10". I think that's a decent height.
I could agree on that. He just needs more muscle, like a lot of muscle.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah,
one
yeah.
of those skinny smoke a bogey white kids. Right?
Yeah. And so for you guys watching, he's the guy from Teen Wolf and Maze Runner.
I used to want him as Spider-Man.
Oh, really? So he's the one that I thought you were gonna say the Flash. I thought you were gonna say you wanted him as the Flash.
I just want him in a superhero movie.
Oh, okay. I could see him as Superman.
Flash, Nightwing, it doesn't really matter.
And here's the thing, I feel like he's kid friendly.
Him and there's another one. There's another one who looks just like him.
Chill out. He's on my list. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He looks just like
He's
him.
on my list. So both of them are on my list. So he's number 3. Dylan O'Brien is number 3, and he's young, so he can grow into the role. He's 31. That's still pretty young. So that's a younger Superman. We could make him 25 in the film, right? So the next person you're talking about that's on my list, who's number 2, is Logan Lerman.
Logan Lerman.
And he's Percy Jackson and Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yeah.
And he's 30 years old and 5'7". He's also another one. If he packed on muscle, I'm really solid on this one. But the reason why he's number 2 is legit just because of his height. That's really the only reason why. Because yeah, it's one thing to have platform boots and all that stuff. And again, Tom Hardy was able to become a menacing, imposing person as Bane. But there's just something about that. Like Henry Cavill's already naturally a tall dude. Chris Hemsworth, naturally already a tall dude, right? So that's my only issue. And it's about to sound weird, but this guy at number 1, drum roll for who's at number 1. I feel like this is a curveball. His name is Eldon Enrich.
That sounds familiar. What was he in?
He's 33 years old. He's 5'9". He's number 1 on my list, and he's most known for playing Han Solo in Solo.
I didn't watch
number
Solo,
1.
but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my number 1 on the list.
I would still say no.
Why?
Doesn't look like a Superman.
Yes, he does.
He looks more of a Solo than a Superman.
Bro, he got a jawline that's like sharp. He got a sharp jawline.
I'll take him as Green Lantern.
Green Lantern?
Yeah.
I can see it. As a Hal Jordan?
Definitely.
I can see it.
Now that I say it, he's a Hal Jordan, bro.
I can see it. Okay, I can see it. But the thing is,
Let's
he got the
let's
jawline.
go back to number 2 and 3. Logan Lerman and Dylan. They right there. I need them both in superhero movies. I like them.
So look, maybe I would probably switch it now that I look at it. I'll take Dylan O'Brien over Logan Lerman, so he'll be number 2, Dylan O'Brien, because he's 5'10". So I'll give him that. But my Lex Luthor's Ansel Elgort.
Who?
We set him as number 5.
Old boy from The Boys?
Baby Driver.
Oh.
I would choose him as Lex Luthor.
I thought you was talking about the black dude from The Boys.
No. I would choose him as, the reason why I would choose him is because he looked like a villain at the same time. And then my number 1 choice, Charlie Heaton. So all of these dudes are around the same age.
Nah, I'll take an older Lex. He doesn't have to be the same age as Superman.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to see that dynamic, just like Smallville. With all of these dudes, I would prefer a younger Lex, a younger Superman, a younger Batman. And I get why you would say a more established Lex Luthor. And you mentioned Juan Carlos. I could see him as the dad. I could see him as a older, like there was a Lionel Luthor in Smallville.
So Black Lex?
I'm down with it. So at some point, like that's the thing, like all of these dudes, I'm not mad if we grow into them as a character. I would want Lex Luthor to be around the same age. They all grow up together. They're all from a similar town. It allows us to.
I don't know how much Smallville actually follows comics, bro.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't think so.
Was not in high school with.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Bro.
I don't think so. I think Lex was a little older though. I think he was.
Give me at least 5 years on him, at least. Like if Superman's 25, give me a 30-year-old Lex.
30-year-old Lex. I'm not mad at that. But that's my list for Superman. That someone mentioned Jake Gyllenhaal, and that's just
Gyllenhaal's just too old.
All of these dudes are too old, bro. Like the Chris Hemsworths, the Jake Gyllenhaals, Chris Pines. All of these dudes are too old. And the thing about those two guys, it's funny because the more I mention them, I think they're actually fighting for the number 1 spot and not bro from Solo. The thing about these two guys right here is that they're kid friendly. Like, and the thing is that they're not in a role that they're locked into where it's like, oh no, it like Hugh Jackman, that's Wolverine, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like you could be in Les Mis, you could be in whatever you want. You're perfect, you're a terrific actor. You're still Wolverine to me. Tobey Maguire, I know he still deals with that. I watch Babylon and I'm like, Spider-Man. Like that's just how I see you. So these guys.
That's me. Well, I always forget this guy's name. I don't know why. Michael Shannon.
You're General Zod, bro. I don't care what you do. You're General Zod. And it's like, it's because you played your role so well. Like you are the character now. Tony Stark. Look, I ain't even calling him by his name. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. You see what I'm saying? So these two guys right there, Dylan O'Brien and Logan Lerman, I'm with it. But Ansel Elgort, I could see him as Green Lantern. I could see it. But I say it because he's young. All of them are around the same age range. He's actually younger than them. Oh, my bad. Not Ansel Elgort. Alden Ehrenreich. Jeez, I can't even say these dudes' names. 33 years old, 5'9". And I'm just speaking strictly from like a height perspective. Like I'm thinking of dominance, like how tall you are. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you pull up on set and stuff like that, so it doesn't look right. You pulling up to a premiere and the kid is taller than you, like, and you're Superman. I'm thinking about stuff like that, and it's messed up. And I understand as dudes, we can't really change our height. Like, there's not really much that we could change. So I'm not really trying to come for their height. I'm talking about strictly from a casting perspective and perception. Like what Bane said, theatricality and deception, powerful agents to the uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? Members of the League of Shadows. That's my list. How you feel about that?
Like I said, I agree. I feel me. I could back up some of them, 2 of them, but the first one, feel me, obviously Green Lantern, but other than them 2.
That's my list. Hey man, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We've seen a tremendous amount of growth, and we just want to say thank you, and thank you for watching. And we'll see you in the next encounter. Peace. Hell Kaylex.